So good day everyone. So today we are going to talk about inventory management. So in inventory management, there's an important aspect to someone who's dealing with multiple warehouses. So today's episode, we're going to tackle on how you can process inter-warehouse transfers. So to transfer between two warehouses, for example, you want to transfer stock from one warehouse to another. How do you do it in Odoo? So I'm going to get into the system so that I can take you through how you can do these transfers. So I'm going to get into Odoo. So the module that we're going to deal with is inventory. So in inventory, if I click on inventory, it takes me to the dashboard. So on this dashboard is telling a story from receipts, internal transfers, delivery orders, manufacturing, POS. So it's actually telling a story of different, but today I'm going to concentrate on internal transfers. I want to transfer stock from one branch to another. So how to do it is the system gives you two options on how to maneuver. On the dashboard, we have internal transfers, and also on the top menu bar, we have an option where it's written operations. If you click on operations, it gives you also an option to go and click internal also. That's another way to maneuver. So if I click on internal transfers, now, if I'm into internal transfers now, it gives me a blank right now. But if I click on new, when I click on new, it gives the option now. It's now asking me now, where do you want to transfer the materials? Or the contact person, or is there a specific name that you're transferring to? That's where it's written contact. So now the operation type is an internal transfer. I'm transferring from my warehouse A to warehouse B. So my warehouse B is written Bulawayo. So if I type Bulawayo, I'm going to yes. Now, what I'm simply saying is I'm transferring from my warehouse, which is the main, to Bulawayo. So what is the scheduled date for this transfer? You choose the date where you want to do the transfer. If you have a reference, more like the source document, you can now put the reference of the transfer on that. So if the transfer is 123 or 134, depending with the sequence, now you click on the product, you select the product that you want to transfer to. Now I'm going to choose maybe boat. So if I choose on boat, I'll just simply choose where it's written demand. How many am I transferring to that specific warehouse? I'll just say 2 for now so that you get the concept. If I click on 2, now when I've done that, the next thing is I'm going to click on mark as to do. If I click on mark as to do, it will give me a reference to say this is the reference number of the transfer. So now if I proceed now to say I validate, but at the moment it's showing me that the product is available for the transfer. So if it's available for the transfer, I'm just going to validate this transfer. So if I validate this transaction, the process has ended. And at the end of the day, the system will give me options. What is it that I want to print? Is it a picking operation? Is it a delivery strip? Is it a return? Or I want to print labels? And automatically, if I go on that specific warehouse, I'll just click on the product, simple way to maneuver, and I check. On the product itself. I want to check on the product itself so that at least you can see the movements that have happened. So you see already, it's actually telling me this, the movement history, more like an in and out report, where it's simply saying on this specific date and time, I transferred the quantities from my main warehouse to Bulawayo stock, which are 2. And automatically also, it will show you also who did the transaction. So if I see this, automatically I now see the quantities and the process has been completed in terms of transfers. Thank you so much for this segment. Good day.